I think we're live. Oh, this
I
is so
think it's
strange
great.
and very exciting.
I vote yes.
Yeah, I vote we're doing this. So,
All right.
two members out there in the world. I am Ashley with Unglued, and I am here live with Christina Lang from C. Lang Design. And welcome to your second Meet the Maker show and tell version of our Craft Fest vendors coming up March 12th through 14th. And so, Christina, I have a bunch of questions to ask you. Let's just
I'm
go
ready.
for it.
I'm excited.
Thanks for being here tonight.
Yeah,
So,
thanks.
first of all, can you tell us what your business is and what do you sell through it?
Okay. So I am an artist. I draw and paint and all that fun stuff too. But my major focus at the moment, my current obsession, is quilling. So quilling is individual strips of paper. You take them and roll them up with a little tool, which I didn't bring because I forgot. But you roll them up and glue them down individually. So it's a craft that takes a while, but when it's done, it's super pretty. So and fun and keeps you sane during a pandemic. And I teach classes too. So I have a whole quilling army now of relaxed quarantine crafting homies.
That is for real. We have a 5-timers club even for the virtual quilling classes, which is super fun. That's awesome. How has your business evolved over time? Doing it ceiling design or otherwise, just through creative business?
Sure. So I went to school for graphic design and kind of started out there. And while I love graphic design and I'm awesome at it, it requires a lot of techie skills and organization, which, my artist brain just, are there, but not super. So when we were in upstate New York and we moved back to North Dakota and I didn't have to work a retail job, I could just hang out. So I was like, I'm going to use my hands and make some shit. So I started with painting some letters, we call them family letter portraits, and I did all that. And then I was always quilling, but it was kind of just for me because I loved it. It wasn't they didn't sell a ton. Nobody was buying them. So I was like, well, and then I started using more color and doing more things and kind of focusing on quilling. And I got hooked up with the Foundry in Minot, and
Yes.
Rachel asked me to teach some classes, and I was scared to death, but I just jumped and did it. And so it started from me just quilling for myself and for friends, presents, and then it slowly built up to now where, thanks to Ashley and Unglued, I teach online classes, and yeah, it's changed a lot. My little paper thing just keeps on rolling.
As it should. They're very good, though. That is wonderful. And so you are going to be a part of our 11th annual Unglued Craft Fest, March 12th through 14th. Could you just tell everyone listening right now what parts of the fest you're going to be a part of?
Sure. So I am putting my mask on and heading to the West Acres Mall. So I will be at West Acres in Fargo on the 12th and 13th. And then on Sunday, we're going to have a virtual part. So through my Etsy store, I'm going to sell on there too. So I'm a part of the whole thing. You can't get rid of me.
That's so wonderful. And so let's do show and tell time. Show and tell. And so I would love for you to show off some of the things you're going to have at the fest.
Awesome. I would love to. So I mentioned before that I paint and I draw, and I don't get to do that as much. I mean, I'm trying to incorporate it more in quilling. So I found these tiny little portraits, and I'm making tiny little portraits. So you can see there's a little Ruth action. There's some Frida action. Ooh. There's a giant-headed lady.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
A little flower. So I have a few of these little guys. I have everyone's favorite Nomies.
Those
so I I have 10 done right now, and the plan is to have I have 15 done now, and the plan is to have another 10. So I'm busy rolling. I have some new versions of North Dakota. I normally do them in a lot of floral and kind of feminine, so this is mixing it up a little bit. I like to bring new things to the fest. It's kind of fun for me because most of what I do is custom, so to have a show or something to get to make new things is super fun. So I'm like,
oh my gosh. Oh, that's so cool.
Plan. I'm Norwegian and German, so I had to kick in some rose mauling in paper. What?
Mind blown.
I also have a ton of, which are really exciting because last year they did awesome, and I'm bringing a bunch of earrings to the fest, which are really fun for me. I was going to say, this is the part where Ashley shows you her earrings. These are really fun. They're like rose mold, and some are like super shiny on the outside. Yeah, there's tons. I got a bunch.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, and then I have some bigger pieces because it's kind of fun at the fest to make some big things. So this guy.
It's so epic. Oh my gosh.
So fun. And they're like the best colors. There's like some shiny in there and
metallic.
Right?
Oh, that's wonderful.
I keep saying I'm making all these bugs, and I think it's like from being in the pandemic and trapped at home, and I'm like, these people bug me. So subconsciously, I'm just making a lot of bugs.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, fun. That's so colorful.
He's a good one. So yeah, there's a bunch of, like I said, Unglued Fest is fun for me because I get to do things that I wouldn't normally do, or try things like, hey, I want to quill a squirrel or something, and I get to do it.
Just try it out.
It may not sell, but I get to do it, so it's fun.
It gives people a taste for so much variety that can happen with your type of craft, which is really cool. Whether it's like wearables or something to put on your wall, they're just really unique and really freaking cool. That is awesome. Thank you for sharing those with us.
You bet.
So next question is, what advice do you have for fest makers that are coming up? You've done the fest a few times, usually at the Plains Art Museum, this time at West Acres. And so what would your advice be as somebody who's done it?
This will be my third. Woo, woo. 3 is my favorite number because 3/3 is my birthday. You know, throwing that out there for next week. So my advice would be just, go there with a good attitude, be ready for anything, plan. This girl is not a planner, but I will plan for that. Yeah, just have a lot of stuff, have a lot of different stuff because, not everyone can afford the big giant things, but they want to buy something. Art should be for my case, art should be for everyone. So I like to have a lot of price points and kind of keep it so everyone can leave with something. And yeah, every fest gets better and better. And I'm really excited about West Acres. It's a pandemic, so there's all sorts of things, but we're going to look positive and all good things.
Yes, agreed. Man, we had our vendor meeting last night and went through all the fun, and I feel like just getting everyone on the same page is huge. So that is awesome. Well, thank you for sharing those. And then last from you, I have some rapid fire questions. And so let's do this. So what do you listen to? What do you listen to when you create?
Okay, so I may look like a soccer mom, but inside my brain, it's all hip hop all the time. So there's some holes in it. It's always on. So I listen to Pandora because I'm also old. I don't do anything else. So I listen to Pandora, and I put that hip hop barbecue station or road trip. Run the Jewels is my current favorite. I do listen to some podcasts when I need some motivation to hey, you should get up and do stuff today. So I do that. Obviously with quilling, my eyes are always busy. So I'm constantly in headphones. That may be to avoid other noises, but I'm constantly in headphones.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. And what is your favorite Midwestern phrase?
Since I've said you bet like 12 times, it's probably you betcha, or like I love Ope. I have a Lost in Fargo sweatshirt that's so soft and cozy, and it's Ope
Yes.
right on the top. So I am down with OPE.
Yes. Oh, that's really fantastic. And then I'm like, Justin, what questions would you have for ceiling design? So these are from Justin. How much paper do you use each month?
Good question. Well, today I put beards on 15 gnomes, and each of their noses take 2 pieces of paper, and each of their beards take about 50. So yeah, I have no idea. A shit ton.
Yeah.
I use a lot of paper. Yeah, I would say there's got to be a healthy like 1,000-ish, per week. I'm always cutting paper, doing something.
That's
Getting ready.
amazing. That's a lot. And have you ever glued your fingers together?
Not yet. I have glued things to me. I work sitting down, so there's always like a glue drip or something, and then I'll stand up and there's like paper stuck to me. So I've definitely glued things to me. I haven't glued my fingers together yet. But they
Nice.
always are gluey and look like I have some weird skin condition, but it's just glue, I promise.
And do you get constant paper cuts?
That's funny. No, I don't really. I think I've like learned by now. Sometimes when if you've taken a quilling class and we talk about outlining, sometimes in there like it gets a little tricky. You gotta like slow down because if you're trying to go too fast, you could totally get one. But yeah, honestly, no. I get more messy hands than.
Yeah.
I haven't hurt myself yet, but I better find some wood or something here.
Yeah, all right. And then do you ever see random objects and wonder if you can quill them?
All the time. I am like a spot. I love like getting lost on the internet and other like illustrators and artists. I'm constantly like looking for new things. I'm like, how could I break that down into paper? Oh, I see that shape in there. I see that. So yeah, it's dangerous.
And then what is the craziest thing you've ever quilled?
I quilled a cat that was saying a math symbol that is, I guess it sounds like mu. So math and me are not friends, so I'm not sure the proper, but it was a cat.
Yes.
And he was sitting on a rug with rainbow wallpaper behind him.
Cute.
And he was saying mew.
That is wonderful. And then last rapid question. Since we're going to be at the mall, if you could have a full tracksuit to do mall walking in, what color would it be?
Oh, I would be rocking some like lime green velour, or like pea green, not lime green, but like pea green velour. Yeah, with some piping, like hot pink piping. Don't tempt me. I'll wear a sweatsuit to the mall.
Yeah. That's really great. And so that's all my questions. Thank you so much. I am so excited to check out your pieces in person and also have you a part of the virtual market too, which will be super cool. Thank you for asking or answering all the questions and showing and telling the things.
Yes, thank you for asking them.
Yes, totally. And so last question is just what are the rest of your plans for the night?
So those bearded fellows that are in the other room waiting for me, they need some hats. So Mama's quilling some hats. and hats and hats and hats. It's a good time.
All the hats.
I love it, I swear. It's just,
There's always the time crunches and events.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We hope all of you joining us that are here live or watching this later on, join us March 12th through 14th for the 11th Annual Unglued Craft Fest. And we wish you all a wonderful night tonight. Thank you so much, Christina, and everyone have a great night. We're going to end the broadcast. We'll see